Hello, fellow subscribers. Counting down the days till when Black Adam comes in theaters, and I definitely will have a instant reaction of my thoughts after I leave the theater and after I get out of the movie and let you know what I think about it. And also, we'll have a review this weekend. I got a little bit behind, so I'm gonna have to catch up on the movie train, as it were. Gonna have hopefully Apocalypse Now Redux Edition review ready for you, along with Donnie Brasco. And the reason for this longer video is just want to talk about subjects that are interesting to me and hopefully to you about movies. Everybody has discussing about the Marvel versus DC. I know Marvel had a really good 13-year start or 10-year start with Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think they did a fabulous job with what they had. You know, Iron Man 2, etc. I thought there were some films that were a little weaker than others. Captain Marvel was okay. I really enjoyed parts of Black Widow, but I thought the plot could have been done a little bit better. Sometimes the jokes landed, sometimes they didn't. I'm a huge fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the first two. Looking forward to the third one. And although I do like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 a bit slightly of an edge over the first one, I love Black Panther. Looking forward to seeing Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I just hope that they don't try to push politics too harshly in some of the plot points within the story. I just want a good old fashioned comic book romp, you know, good guys versus bad guys. And I'm curious to see who the new Black Panther is. I heard there's rumors it could be Shuri, so we'll see. I am disappointed now going to DC, going on the subject of DC Comics that Batgirl was canceled for some reason. I guess the movie wasn't well made, or there was some political motivations behind the scenes in terms of the CEOs that wanted to reboot the whole DCEU. I know there's some rumors that Zack Snyder might make a return to do possibly a second Justice League movie, not connected to the Justice Whedon cut, but the Zack Snyder one. I really like Ben Affleck's portrayal of Batman. I love the warehouse fight scene in Batman versus Superman. I wish that he had more screen time in Zack Snyder's cut. You know, more of a darker edge with his character, maybe a little more serious, less jokes. Wonder Woman, I have a crush. I'm a big fan of Gal Gadot. I think she's a brilliant actress. Looking forward to her Wonder Woman portrayal in the third Wonder Woman movie. I heard it might be a team up, and that Batman and Aquaman may make an appearance. And the same with the Flash. I'm looking forward to that movie. Just curious to see how they're going to bring Ben Affleck into the story. And I heard that Michael Keaton's Batman might die, or Ben Affleck. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Black Adam coming this weekend. It's going to be really good. I just hope, like what I said in reply to one of my friends in the comments, subscribers, that I hope DC and Marvel, I mean, not Marvel, DC and Warner Brothers takes their time with this movie and just slowly builds the universe, you know, with one good, strong movie after another and good plot, good characterization, and that they take their time. I want to see a Superman Man of Steel too, but a little bit more of a Superman like the Christopher Reeves, not in terms of the silliness like the third and fourth one, even though they're one of my favorites, but more of a more positive and happier Superman, like who inspires hope and less snapping people's necks. And I'd love to see villains like Brainiac, Lobo. Um, I'm not too familiar with all the Superman villains. I now the question in the comments to you guys, if you could answer this question. So, what was the cause for Superman's home world of Krypton being destroyed? Uh, was it caused by geothermal problems within the planet's internal core, or was it? I've heard rumors that people say it was Brainiac that had a hand in Superman's planet's destruction, and or maybe I just watched the TV show Krypton. Maybe it has little nuggets in there in terms of plot points to explain what happened to his planet. Um, so yeah, I one thing that is sad that I don't really like in terms of I'm a DC fan, but I'm also a Marvel fan. I like some of the MCU movies, but I still have an affinity for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. I think he's still the best. my God, what's his name? Toby Maguire. I liked Andrew Garfield in some of the movies he did, even though he did two. Um, but still, I think that if DC tries to do their own thing, I think that they have a shot at creating a good cinematic universe like uh, like Marvel. And I just don't like the toxicity of Marvel fans versus DC fans versus Marvel fans. I think can we just enjoy a comic book just for the sake of being a comic book and not have to have hate or anger toward one another? I mean, for God's sake, we're all humans here. And I really think that we, even as Americans, need to try and find common ground. And, we may agree sometimes and maybe we may disagree, but especially with politics and woke culture, cancel culture being affecting films nowadays, like the TV show She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. I heard it had a little bit of problems with some of its political content, and some of the jokes didn't land. There was twerking, something like that. Like, okay, can we just have a cool fight scene between She-Hulk and some super villain? It'd make a much more entertaining story. I don't know. Did Loki, the TV series, get canceled in WandaVision? I know there was some debate as to whether they're going to continue. And with the last episode of She-Hulk, I heard it wasn't quite that well, so they were going to have to probably not make another season. It just depends. But yeah, I like DC. I like Marvel. I like all their different films. Some land okay, some don't. Some of the new superheroes from Marvel I'm not too familiar with. I mean, I know the basics like Thor, Spider Man, Iron Man, uh, stuff like that. Black Panther not too familiar, but I do like the first film. I thought it was really good, especially the villain Killmonger killed it. Pun no intended. But yeah, just so many good movies. Um, Especially this year, it's kind of been a little dry. I am embarrassed to say I didn't get to see Thor. I was kind of a little tight in money trying to save money a bit, but hopefully I'll get around to seeing Thor, Love and Thunder. Saw Top Gun, loved it. Thought it was a great film. Made $1 billion in the theaters, and I thought that was pretty impressive, especially during the pandemic. Saw the Batman, the one that came out in March. I thought it was a really, really tasteful film. I really liked how they took their time with the investigations between Batman and Commissioner Gordon and trying to figure out what the Riddler was up to. The performance was top notch. I wouldn't say he's on the level of Heath Ledger, but he's up there as terms of comparing him to the Nolan trilogy. I would say he's up there with a little above Ra's al Ghul and the Scarecrow, played by Cillian Murphy. But yeah, I just felt that maybe the movie went on a little too long. I mean, after they captured the Riddler, it's like, okay, where do you go with the plot? It was like the extra content of the assassination plot against the mayor, and the story was a little bit far fetched and a little bit like excess content filler. Didn't care for the Joker hint. I would have preferred that they kept that out. I mean, we've had so many Jokers. I think we need some new villains. Let's bring in Clayface. Let's bring in Killer Croc. Let's bring in Hush. Um, I mean, there's like a huge laundry list of DC supervillains that could supplement uh, the usual types. I always thought that oh, what's his name? The actor who played Patrick Stewart. He would have been perfect to play Mr. Freeze. I would have loved to see him as Mr. Freeze. Maybe he could do it. Who knows? I don't know if he's busy with his own contracts of other films, but I think he would make a very, very strong supervillain. Um, yeah. So this video is just going on rambling. But yeah, I just love movies. Like I've said before. Beyond DC. I like Suicide Squad, the first one somewhat, and the second one was slightly better. I thought the plot in those movies were interesting. They kind of seem a little chaotic, a little too much energy. Um, but yeah, I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with the DCEU. I'm more interested in that as opposed to Marvel right now because the MCU is a little bit kind of stale. I didn't see Eternals. I heard it wasn't that good, but we'll see. Just keeping up an open mind, and hopefully things will get better. And guys out there, That's kind of cool. The whole DC versus Marvel and hating each other. Let's be cool with each other and just enjoy movies for what they are. And neither studios deserve our loyalty. The only thing that matters is how we treat each other. So stay positive, stay hopeful, and I will see you guys soon when I do the movie review of Black Adam this Saturday. Hope you all get a restful sleep wherever you are, whether it's nighttime, and have a wonderful day. And just like the sun in the sky brings shining happiness to everybody you meet. God bless. See you soon. Thanks. And please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so that you'll be updated to all my upcoming videos. Thank you.